grew up listening to a lot of punk rock, and that's the kind of DIY side of things in that, and the kind of maybe not the aggression doesn't come through as much in my stuff, but yeah, like there's definitely some punk attitude in there. My little brother as well is a poet and creative, and he's definitely um, yeah, an influence as well. I kind of quite often write songs just to amuse him. I played music in school. I played trumpet, and then I played guitar, and then I was in a band in high school, and then that all kind of like ended, and I still always had a guitar. I always played guitar, but I didn't like do anything with it. And then it's actually kind of a sad story, but like one of our school friends died a couple of years ago, and we went to the funeral. I hadn't stayed in touch with him after school, so we didn't like want to go to the like bit afterwards with his family and things like that. I just showed up for the service, and my old band, like that's, you know, we were all friends with them, and we went for a coffee, and my friend Mark was like, we should do some music again, you know. And I was like, I'll see if I've got any songs like in me to write. And then I wrote like 30 songs that year, and then and that was a couple of years ago now, and I've just kind of kept going with it. I try and finish my songs. That's like one thing. I wrote so many songs one year, and then I wrote like 2 in the next 6 months. And so I started a songwriting club in Paisley that meets monthly, and we have a song prompt, and we try and write to that. So now I write a song a month regardless. Basically I've given myself homework and a deadline, but I find that helps. And yeah, I keep a notes app. I get quite a lot of good ideas from other people's music, you know, like if I'm at gigs or whatever, and someone's got a really interesting topic for a song, I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, I would do it differently, and I make a little note. And then when I don't have any good ideas about what to write a song about, I write music. And once you've spent like 6 hours creating the music for a track, I find that like I feel like I finish it, you know. I've got to the end. They're never finished. The demo's finished. The songs evolve. Always, like there's a rhythm. The song that I played for you today, there's a rhythm in the pre-chorus that came about 2 and a bit years after I'd recorded it and released it. So they evolve and things like that. Quite often writing the wrong words first, and then playing it, your brain kind of finds the right words eventually. The song's about a kind of nostalgia, and it's about a first love, but from a distance. And I think when I was writing songs when I was a teenager, you write about those intense feelings that you're having, and then when you're writing songs in your 30s, you write about remembering what those feelings were like when you were a teenager. And that's kind of what the song, it's the narrator looking back on something like a teenage love. By the time it came to recording, I'd had this idea that I would really like to have done a live session in Paisley Abbey, because I'd moved to Paisley, and the thing about it is Paisley's got an amazing music scene, which I didn't know before I moved there, but it sort of coincided with me getting back into music with like, there's an open mic every night of the week, there's live music venues, like it's a really good space to be making music. And so I was kind of passing the Abbey regularly and thinking like the acoustics in there will be amazing. I wonder if I could organise something. I was baptised in the Abbey, my parents get married there, so I've got a family connection. And we did end up doing that, but I'd had the idea by the time we went to record it. So the recording, we tried to make it sound like it was in the Abbey already, like just like organ, reverb, big kind of big sound like you would get in that. That was kind of like one of the things that one of the touchstones we made when we were making the track. It seems to be, honestly, your honesty is a curse. I didn't realise that when I wrote it. I actually think that it's so hooky because you would expect to go to the E minor there, and you could. The vocal melody would work with it, but because it's a B minor, which is just like a slightly different move, under it, it really sticks in people's minds. I think like the outro is, where the song gets its title is maybe more interesting. Or actually, when I sent it to my friend Laura, who does all the artwork for me, it was Knuckles, Holding On to Hope, Knuckles White was the thing that really stood out to her. So everyone gets something different from it, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really think much about what the reception to songs will be. I think that would be terrifying to try and do. I think it's quite like a nostalgic song. I think that people who, like, everyone's got a first love. Everyone's got like a teenage romance or something that they can think about. Everyone's got a hometown. I really don't try to, but I have this compulsion to write sort of like romantic endings to my stories that I tell. So yeah, I hope people like it. That's the main thing. Okay, it's between two, right? It's either God in Chicago by Craig Finn, which was my first thought, which is like a kind of spoken word thing, and it's an amazing storytelling, or Rasputin by Boney M. Lyrics. Studio. Acoustic. Learning theory. Early 80s hardcore punk. With me always.